This is going to be a simple video of how to get your gaming and streaming computer away from your microphone. It's actually a lot cheaper than buying a mix amp. It's a lot cheaper than buying a double computer setup, because now I don't need a double computer setup. I can just use one computer. Everything works fine. Everything will be in the description. I'm going to go over this in like a really good step-by-step guide of how I did this. So we're going to go with the audio first. We went for a female 2RCA male Y, 2 male to a female 3.5mm jack. Then we go and plug these two into here, and then we plug 2 more of these into here, but instead of the female jack, we use a male 3.5mm jack. So you're going to need both. And the headphones that I'm using are right here. So these are really good headphones. They're very cheap. They're not actually made cheap. They look like they're cheap. Like they look like they're a cheap material, but they're not. They're actually pretty sturdy, and they're really good, and they've lasted longer than any other headset that I've had so far. So they're a really good buy, and they work for Xbox, they work for PC, they work for everything. So, and they have like a bag with all the stuff in it. So they're a really good buy. You're going to need another cable. So you'll need this plus another cable. So it says 28 bucks here. And this, if you can see that, it says $28. So yeah, it says 28 bucks that I spent here. You're going to spend probably roughly another $15 or so for this part right here. But it's only going to cost you about 140, 120 bucks. And you'll have your computer way back. So yeah, you'll have your computer way over there. As you can see, there's nothing over, there's no computer over here. There's no computer under my desk. All being transferred through a hub, and you get really no delays on a USB hub if it's 15 feet, roughly 10 feet. I'm not getting any delays when I play stuff, and it's pretty good. So, like I said, this is 28 bucks. You're probably going to be spending 35 bucks on just this alone right here. So I went over the audio. So you need a 3.5 to 3 female, so that you can plug your headset into this contraption right here, which it works. There's no hissing, there's no background noise. It works way better than a mix amp, because if you buy a mix amp, you're going to run into problems with it, and it just, some of them die within a year, some of them just go wrong. Like, there's problems with mix amps. Like if you buy a cheap one for 75 bucks, this actually works better for just the audio setup that I wanted to do. And you can also buy a Y splitter to plug into this, and then send it out of your computer, and then you plug the gaming computer into this one, and then the streaming computer, you can send it off to the streaming computer into that computer. So this is a lot easier, cheaper, and it will work for, like I said, 28 bucks. This piece here wouldn't be included in that other price range, because it'd be like 15 bucks with that. You'll be spending at least 40 bucks for this, depending how cheap you can find it. This piece, these things right here, so this goes into the gaming computer, and then we buy this piece that's right here, and this is going to cost about 100 bucks, this setup right here that you're looking at right now. So we need to buy a Ethernet cable and a USB hub. And the USB hub is where your price is going to take big, not a loss, but it's going to be a lot of money. So basically, yeah, we take this cable goes from here to here, that one goes in, this end goes into your computer, your USB hub plugs into this one. So then we take our USB hub, we plug our mouse, our keyboard, and whatever else we want to plug into it. We can even charge mobile phones with it, we can even charge headphones with it. There's three charging jacks and everything like that. Now, for my setup and whatnot, I use an HDMI cable with 2 splitters, and I use 2 HDMI cables to get that from my second monitor to the graphics card. And then I used a 15 feet DVI cable, which you can see that's bundled up over there in that corner. But I used a even longer DVI cable as well, because I had one. So, but I also needed a splitter, right? So I used my DVI cable to this DVI splitter, and then what I did was I took this HDMI thing and plugged it in here, and then I plugged this into my graphics card, this one. So that all runs and it works perfectly fine. There's no delays. It's all good. And that roughly cost me, I don't know, $20 here, $10 there.